still in the hospital room. I was thinking back. I apologize for the fan, by the way. There's a fan in here making some noise. I'm not turning it off. I was thinking back. I keep having conversations about happiness, contentedness. It's keeps coming up today. And I've said this in recent videos. I think the infantilization of adult men and women by storm, a storm of peers and pressures, insisting we prioritize our own individual, essentially narcissistic happiness over anyone and everything else, including our own better natures and better impulses. I think it's a sign of the times, and it's a bad sign. I talk about this a lot. But of course, part of the reason for that is that I don't have much to be fucking happy about, if anything, really, these days, except how awesome I am, for what that's worth, which is very little in cash. I was thinking about when I was last really happy, and I think it might have been the set of American Guinea Pig. Stephen Byro's picture that I acted in as one of the producers. We drove up here to Tampa from Miami, where I lived with my wife Angie and my daughter Red. She was 16. We taught her on the fly to be an effective camera assistant for Jim Van Bever, who shot that movie. It was 3 days intensive work shooting that movie. It was a badass piece of work all around. I'm proud of it. Jim and Steve, I'm sure, also proud of it. But the joy, the moment I remember being really ferocious with happiness, I was on the way back. It's about 5-6 hour drive, 5.5 hour drive from Tampa to Miami, and Red and I had stayed loaded on amphetamine, on Adderall, the whole shoot. So I had a steam up, had an amphetamine steam. That is to say, I'd taken enough speed at that point that I was basically giddy with overexcitement, and driving us back. I remember putting on mix music I'd been listening to, and listening to Henry Mancini's score for the Orson Welles picture Touch of Evil. Rolling down the highway. I was so proud of Red. I guess I knew her mental health was going to end up having issues, but she didn't have them yet then. I should have known that there were going to be problems with Angie, my wife. But I really thought then that there weren't going to be, that was under control. I really thought then that all the trouble I had left to really worry about was the myriad technical problems of forging ahead in my career as a filmmaker. I mean, I should have known better. I'm sure I did. Listening to an album called Touch of Evil. It's like that moment in Excalibur when King Arthur asks Merlin, where in all of his prosperous, contented land, evil still lurks and lies. And Merlin says, where you least expect it. Always. Always where you least expect it. But I was happy that day. We killed it on that shoot. All of us did. It's a good movie. It's a good fucking movie.